You're about to watch the Polly Detmers channel. Enjoy.
In this video, I'm going to make a pizza, but it's not going to be a long-term fermentation like I usually do. This pizza is going to be made in about 3 hours. Why am I not doing a long-term? My refrigerator shrunk. Let's get on with it. So here in this container, I have 166 grams of flour, 4 grams of salt, a half teaspoon of yeast, and 4 grams of sugar, granulated sugar. And I'm gonna get it all in one corner, just kind of like sift it together, just get it all mixed in. We don't want it heavy with the salt on one side and heavy and sugar on the other, even though I will be kneading it. I like to do this before I add the water. The water that I'm using is filtered water from my water filter, and it's going to be 116 grams. Little lady's got the shower running. You might hear that noise in the background. Sounds like a waterfall. She just shut it off. Yeah, so I got this mixed up pretty good. I like to keep it like on one side of the container, to be honest. I'm just going to dump it in. The salt is a friend to yeast because it doesn't allow it to improve too fast. But yeah, we'll just get this all mixed up. Once all that dry stuff is turned into one chunk of dough, we're going to do a little autolyse. Just let it sit. When you do an autolyse, you're letting that stuff just absorb in the flour, and it's already working. You don't have to knead the crap out of dough, as many think. One of the key things is it's got to get up to the right temperature. And so many recipes just say double in size. Well, that's true, but you want that temperature. Well, sounds like she turned the water back on. Taking another shower, I guess. Yeah, these things are great for making pizza dough, or any dough. This is 70% hydration, so you're thinking, wow, that should be wet. Well, it's not. I will never add flour when I need it because it's getting too sticky or anything. If it gets too sticky, it's just getting too warm. Let it do the work. I almost got it all in there. Now it looks like I'm doing a lot of kneading here by doing this, but I'm just getting it mixed together. Doing what a mixer would be doing. Okay, that's good. Look at that. Pretty much clean, not hard to clean, easy to wash. Top of the lid. And come back in about 20 minutes. And while we wait to knead that dough, let me be clear. This is the flour I used. Yeah, pizza flour, whatever that is. And I used, again, half teaspoon of this active dry yeast, granulated sugar, and fine sea salt. Fine sea salt is the best kind to use. As fun and great this tool is, won't be using it anymore in making this pizza dough. Everything else will be by hand. When kneading pizza dough, a lot of people will use cold water. That's when they're doing it by hand. Me, I like to use olive oil because I didn't add any olive oil in there. So that's how I incorporate my olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. So I just get some on my hands. Usually just one hand, because that's all I need to do what little I got to do here. Yeah, see? But yeah, this is all I do. Just kind of like pinch it, and play around with it a little bit. The higher hydration, the less kneading you're gonna do. But yeah, just, you know, just kind of squeeze it. Now it's been over 20 minutes. It's actually been about 40, 50 minutes. And don't want to knead it too much because the temperature is going to go up too fast. That temperature you don't want to go above is like 75 degrees. And yeah, of course, I'm doing this room temperature. It's kind of cool today, so it's not a real showstopper with the heat. Yesterday was hot, today's kind of cold, only like 59 degrees. But that's great for making pizza. Now, from now on, I could actually just use cold water and not put any more olive oil in there. That's up to me, and if you're making it, that's up to you. So I'm gonna do like 3 20-minute intervals of kneading this dough. Not much kneading at all with the auto lease, meaning just letting it sit there. It will do the work for me. Yeah, it's a great way to make pizza dough and eventually a great pizza. All right, it's been over 20 minutes, but it doesn't really matter if you go past 20 minutes unless there's a temperature issue. I do have some cold water in the bowl. Got my fingers. I'm gonna knead one more time. Now that dough just feels more like pizza dough. It's so nice. Actually, I can take it out. 2 hands. And we'll just play around with it here. And really, this is about all I need to do. I'm just gonna throw it back in there for now. Actually, let's ball this up. I gotta dip in the water again. Got a little wet there, so I have to move it over. I just like to scoot it like that. Don't want to do this too much. It doesn't have to be beautiful, just has to be balled up. I got my proof bowl, spray some non-stick cooking oil. There's the bottom, no holes. So plop it in there. And we'll just wait. We'll wait for it to rise. I'm not gonna check the temperature because I can just look at it and say, hey, it's ready. And with this container, I'll just throw it in the sink. Put some soap in there. Let it soak. You see, there was not a whole lot of sticky flour inside of there because all the ingredient was cold. I didn't refrigerate it. It was just cold from being in the room. And I usually just take my nails and scratch the walls. That pretty much cleans it up. See what I'm saying? Now let's remember, I only used a half teaspoon of yeast in this dough mixture, and in doing that, it's not going to be like a runaway train dough. It's going to take time. With time, better dough. But here in the house, it's cold today. Yesterday it was like 85 degrees. Today it's maybe 57. In the house, it's only 68 degrees. So I did turn on the proof feature on the Samsung, or I should say in the Samsung oven. The dough is in there right now. So I guess we could call this a green pizza because I'm going to put green olives, got some green pepper, and yes, I'm going to put some pepperoni on there, this margarita, whatever. Something to always keep in mind is your dough, and when it's ready, that's when you need to cook it. And guess what? This thing is ready. That's why you put oil on the lid. But yeah, this dough is primed and ready, but there's only one problem. The wheel prep is not up to temp. Let's take a look. 403. Okay, that's not hot enough. That's the problem with these kind of pizza ovens. They take a long time to heat up. Not complaining. I like it. I actually love this pizza oven. Planning is my key point being made here. You have to plan in advance. Man, it's been a while since I came down here to make a pizza. It's kind of cold in here in the studio. Yeah, so we just gotta wait for it, and hopefully that dough is still good. I'm sure it will be. It's gonna be fine. It's pizza. All right, let's get another check of the oven temp. It says 531. Okay, that's good. Let's build a pizza. All right, so we got some of this flour down here, and you can see the lid is lifting up because we got some overzealous pizza dough. Beautiful. Let's get that on there. Let's drop the dough. Okay, well, now there's a hole there. It's okay. Ooh, I can smell it. I can smell so good. Man, I cannot believe it. I'm gonna put some flour on top. And let's begin. Look how nice and round that is. I know I don't make a lot of round pizzas or perfectly round pizzas. Who knows, this one might not be either. Little lady is hungry. So am I. Wow, that looks beautiful. That is about where I want it. Nice. Now I gotta shake off that flour. Okay. So it was perfect. Now look at it. Still perfect. Let's build a pizza. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Let's get some sauce. Once again. Dough is beautiful. Do I have enough sauce? We will find out here on the Paulie Detmers channel. Yeah, I think it's enough. Yeah, beautiful. This is a gorgeous pizza. Now let's throw down some cheese. Yeah, this is the stuff from Sam's Club. It's good. A little moisture. Mozzarella. I had it for a while, so I need to use it. I'll lose it. Smell a little funk on it though. How's that taste? Let's get a taste. That's okay. I don't want to put too much on there. Put too much on there, and just the outcome is just not right. I'm almost there. All right, looking great. Of course, the Detmers has to throw down some pepperoni. How much? We don't know. Will we meet the requirements of Tony Eats Pizza pepperoni seal of approval? That is the question. I hope so. Don't upset Tony. Man, thing is, when you start getting old, it's hard to do things. If I was in the business doing this right now, be like, come on, old man, hurry up and throw them pepperonis down. I'm trying, sir. This pizza is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that dough. The Will Prep will love it. I think that's good. I think that meets the seal of approval. One for the cook, the pizzeria chef. Okay, let's put the green on there. And I'm not talking about weed, I'm talking about black olive. I'm sorry, green olive. Little lady loves green olive, and so do I. The green pizza. That's what this is. No, it's not March, not St. Patrick's Day. I'm not a Celtics fan. I'm half of a Michigan State Spartan fan, but I'm Michigan first, Wolverines. Let's get some more green on there with the green peppers. Hopefully I don't get a pool of water in the middle. What do you think? Should I put some Italian seasoning on the top? Well, I appreciate that, so I will. Yeah, Italian seasoning. Beautiful. Let's get a little crushed red pepper on there. Ooh, way too much right there. Ooh, doggy. Jeez. What the heck's wrong with me? That might be a little bit too much. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anything. Okay, let's scoop her up. I'm gonna put a little flour in front of here. That usually helps. Let me dust off my hand. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Whoo, doggy. Give it a little shake off. Get some of that, well, looks like shaking off the green olive. Okay. Here we go. We're into the studio. I'm gonna throw this down. The temp right now is 616, 615. We're gonna stoke her down. And we're gonna drop her in. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. That is some pizza. The dough is so nice, even though I just made it today, or I should say a few hours ago. Very nice. I am loving it. Bring it back when it's done. Okay, I think she done. Is she done? Looks like it was cooked to perfection.
You're watching the Polly Detmers channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Nothing like a good green pizza. Okay, here on the makeshift pizza cooling rack. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Little lady will see that and say, "Oh, you burned it." I'll say, "No, I did not." Outstandemonium. I love it. What this pizza needs is a little bit of shaker cheese of the Parmesan variety. That's what it's gonna get. Beautiful. I think it's cooled off enough. We can cut it up. And here is the best pizza cutter I have with the chipped handle. I do have a pizza cutter, but I can't stand it. I don't like the wheel type pizza cutters in, to be honest. A cheap Walmart plate. Let's get a piece. Oh yeah. Did she get a little wet in the middle from all the vegetable? Green olives, green pepper? No. She didn't. Let's give it a try. Yeah, very nice. It's a chewy crust. Very good. Very good pizza for it just proofing for a few hours. Got some like crushed red pepper in my tongue. Outstanding green pizza. I'm happy I could share some of the tips I have, as well as this great pizza. Oh, and if you're wondering why my refrigerator shrunk, well, we're looking at moving. The Samsung refrigerator that I was so in love with, that I had in this hole, barely fit in there, and it was heavy. It was a beast. So I don't see myself and the little lady move it out of the truck into a new house. So we got rid of it. We gave it to charity, and we ended up buying this little tiny thing. And yeah, I cannot put that container that I proof my dough in inside of this refrigerator to proof pizza dough. That's why I did a short-term proof pizza. The green pizza from Polly Detmers.